I had a conversation with ChatGPT, picked the topic of free will to discuss it. And it kept saying repeatedly after I would contradict it that something like, we don't have free will because the universe is deterministic. And then I would contradict that by saying, isn't there an area in physics where it's indeterministic? And he said yes and explained it.
Let me actually bring in what Sapolsky says about this. Many people, when they want to invoke science in this, they include physics. But the actual discipline that needs to be considered here is biology rather than physics. Physics is of course there. We're talking about basic laws that govern everything. We're not special materials. We're just the same atoms and systems that exist in nature. But the thing that actually is relevant here is determinism that comes through biology and not through physics. If you want to think about this as different layers of knowledge or of organizing phenomena and thinking about emergent phenomena at different levels, you can talk about chemistry, for example. Chemistry is physics, but when you want to talk about chemistry, you don't have to invoke physics at every step of the way. You can come up with rules that are going to govern all these systems without any reference to
emergent properties that don't necessarily share any properties of the lower properties.
Well, they're based on it. Everything is based eventually on physics, and biology is based on physics and on chemistry. It's just that when you want to think about those systems that are complicated enough, like us or any higher animals, you're not really considering the physics level of this, because it's not going to be informative. You're not going to...
Even if you talk about the biology, and you talk about the biology of the brain, that is going to come down to physics. And actually, I remember reading somewhere that they're finding, or theorizing at least, that there's quantum mechanics stuff happening in your brain, meaning indeterministic.
Yeah, I mean, Roger Penrose with what's the guy called Hameroff, they proposed that you can have some entanglement taking place in certain structures of the neurons. Correct?
And here's another point to mention. We don't even know jack shit about the brain very much. Like, we know 1% of what's happening. So
yeah.
Even if what you're saying is right, in the 1% that we know, there's the 90% we don't know jack shit about. So then hinging your idea of free will on very flawed physics, chemistry, and biology makes no sense.